Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/Xisuma, getting all set up, making sure everything is in order. Hero Blender's in chat with the bananas letting me know that we're live, and I'm switching to sitting. Whew, I've been stood for a long time. I've earned this. Peeps, I've been working on the storage system just non-stop. And I'm happy to say that it is now at the sort of complete for now stage. It's always something that's going to need a little bit of management along the way. And I think it's finished running. I've got redstone ideas. I added these little indicators using crafting benches. And now I'm thinking what I might do is make some sort of like additive signal from either side. And then maybe have like an overall status light somewhere. Just like one lamp to look at, but anyway. I don't want to do more storage stuff right now. Is this normal? It was a vanilla tweaks pack, and I went and checked it. And it adds the little rim on the top and bottom. I'm really confused now. Okay, I don't know what that is. That's just confused the heck out of me. That is not how it was when I checked yesterday on the Vanilla Tweaks pack. Cocoon says I don't think it's normal. Maybe I've got it from some other Vanilla Tweaks related thing already. Oh, do you know what? I reported it in the video because it's the things that I haven't reported since the last video. So it's not like it's a new addition as of 1.20.5. So I've already got it in my pack and I just didn't realize. I've been used to seeing it that way. Rebecca L. Gatz, thank you ever so much for 2 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Before we head out of here and do stuff, I need to pack away my ender chest. I'm going to forget a couple of times and then eventually I'll just get back into it and it'll just become the norm. It's kind of nice to break them and receive them in the correct order. Because then you don't have to think about it too much when you get to this bit. But I've gotten rather accustomed to it all now. What's the plan for today, says Brew? We got... What's the title of the stream? We got mail. We got something else. I can't remember what I wrote. Another, oh yeah, leaderboards. We're doing the mailbox, we're doing the leaderboard. And then it's whatever, bruh. Whatever, bruh. After that. Probably just more building around this thing. Mazgo Aiton, thank you so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Rosa Wolfie for 10 months. Okay, I gotta do it now. I gotta do it now. You know it. You know it. A woo! Wait, was that me or the horn? You'll never know. Okay, right, we got mail! You've got mail. Have a green beacon beam. Ah, I need False's head. I thought she'd sent me it in the mail, but she hasn't. She sent me something else. Here the bees are popping. The Kraken Bubble says, oh my goodness, I love it. It's cool, isn't it? It's cool. It's very cool. By the way, peeps, I got a hot cup of tea. If you'd be so kind as to remind me, that would be amazing. No job too small. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, Cleo's offering her armor stand services. I feel like I should, at some point, make the storage here a little smarter than just a chest in the ground. That means we've got an extra Cleo stamp. Chuck that in there. Yeah, I do actually need more chests and stuff around here, don't I? Maybe it'll expand a little bit with time. We'll have to build some structures or whatever. Okay, these are just, yeah, these are just extra stamps. We've got new hermits that have been hooked up. We can send mail to them. And we're full. Okay, okay. We need an ender chest. gonna grab a barrel. Yeah, I think I won't. I was sort of tempted to put a few extra blocks with this, but I think for now, let's keep it simple. Right. Put all of these bits in there. And then maybe sometime in the future we'll come back and make it a little more interesting around here. I don't know quite what we'll do, but I'll have a think first rather than trying to wing it. But we can make that area look a little more organised, a little more interesting. Okay, so False is after 3 trophies. That's why we're going to the leaderboard. We've also got Iskal's head. Okay, so that's... Let me write these profits down, because I picked up a bunch earlier. So plus 27 brings us up to 696 diamonds. Not quite there for another level myself. Okay, and let's move on. Eleanor T, thank you ever so much for 67 months. Thank you for the amazing content over the years and your positive attitude. Your stream's always a highlight in my day. Thank you for a lovely message. Really appreciate it, and thank you for sticking around so long. A Dead Girl 13 is here for... How did Dead Girls subscribe? I don't know, but you've been subscribed for a year. Xisuma stream. Yes, it is. Goofy Me, thank you for 11 months, almost a year. Appreciate it ever so much. Thank you as always for the tremendous support, peeps. The worst tunnel, carpal tunnel from animating Hermitcraft stuff for way longer than I should. Animations reach 6 minutes though. Typing is a pain. Do some stretches for your wrists and your arms and stuff. I used to have this, like, I tried a mobility routine, like maybe about a year ago, and I stuck at it a lot. And although like the benefits of the mobility were there, it wasn't until I stopped doing it. That looks seriously cool. Oh, it looks like a bit of an Etch-a-Sketch to begin with, but the shape is looking good. It was, yeah, although, like, there wasn't anything about it that I particularly needed. Like, I train, but, like, I don't have a sport that I play or something that I do where I see that come back. However, my wrists and my arms started just feeling a bit tight lately, and I remembered the old mobility routine I used to do. So I went back and I did all the wrist stretches and whatnot, and it loosened it all up again, and it gave me back some of that mobility, and I was like, oh, there you go. So now I've been doing a little bit of that every day again. I think it's just where I've been playing guitar a lot, you know? Getting a bit cramped up. So we're going to put False on the leaderboard, and we're going to add Iskal. So... like, let's just take this one off, move it over. We'll use the slime as a placeholder for False. Okay, also I want you facing straight forward, Iskal. Lizzie Best, thank you so much for 63 months. Almost at a stack. That's awesome. Thank you for your continued support. Rebecca L. Gat, thank you for gifting a sub to Waffle Falafel. Very much appreciate the gifting of subs. Thank you for doing that and supporting our community. Hi, I'm new. I love how funny the Hermitcraft series is, says Navia. Oh, but if you want laughs, okay, episode 2, press the wrong button, 299. Go watch episode 299. Oh, I need to go watch it again. That's such a good episode. That's the funniest moment. When I was last streaming, at the end of the stream, we trolled Ren, and I tell you what, like, the laughter. I feel like, you know, laughter's almost like a valve, like you bottle it up inside of you. I felt relieved after it in some sort of strange way. Okay, so we just made another 18 diamonds. Let's go put that on the list. I keep track of every time I pick up some sales, you see. So that'll bring me up to 714. Dang, I'm getting close. I'm getting close here. Penelope Sky, thank you so much for the cheers and the biddies. Speaking of Etch-a-Sketches, if you go into MS Paint and press spacebar and use the arrow keys, you have a digital one. Also, you have a hot baby too. Oh, thank you so much for that reminder. We've been here for 10 minutes. Great time to start drinking. Kira Kasu says, is there an update on Cubs trophy level? Not yet. I haven't had one yet. But this is like passive income now. As others earn money, I earn money. It's brilliant. Right, so we got actual things to send out here, right? So like for false, it's 100, sorry, 250, 500. So yeah, one of those. Now, 2 of these are required, and possibly some of this stuff. Okay, so this is where it all gets a little bit fuzzy, because I got to remember how I set it up. I think basically I did it in a way where I figure it out again each time. We need 2. We got exactly enough for 2 there. Yeah, I think we just got a 1 here, 1 there. It's Scal. Except we put it on the second line, don't we? Prowl, thank you so much for the raid, by the way. Another one, appreciate it ever so much. Thank you, my dude. And welcome all the raiders, of course. Okay, so false is not a slime, it's just a placeholder. And false is on 750, so false will go above us. What shops does false have? This gal's just a 100, so it's last place. So I think I give the gold block. Let's do that bit last. Let's do the where's what last, I think. Okay, we want this thing to show the arms. No base plate, no gravity. Show arms. No base plate, no gravity. Now, that's a 250, isn't it? Okay, so what is this on again? Is it on sticks? No, it's on iron nuggets. So trigger. Custom model. Set 1. So after all of that stuff, I've got a feeling it's like, so yeah, it starts at 100, 101, 102, 103. No, 100. Yeah, 103 is 750. Right, so that one will go there. This one will go over here. Never loves my Minecraft skin. Thank you so much. It's a Doom Guy skin, not a Minecraft skin, right? If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. You just downed a quarter of a Nutella jar. Goodness me. False sells concrete. Ah, okay, that's a good one. And she's got the Wassamadoodle, the Joker permit. I thought it'd be funny if, like, the Joker permit was just, like, anything. Obviously, you can't. Can't do that. Or, like, the license to sell other permits. Jackie Frackett, thank you ever so much for 6 months. Tier free subscription. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying playing on the LPMT server. We also got Kill to Milk here for 18 months. Thank you, my dude. McDonald Toenail says, hey X, if every hermit had to fight each other, who would win? Scar gets 2 lives. I think Gem would win. It's that Canadian ping. Right, this is a right arm thing. It's not that one. It's this one. Oh, we're getting there. Now wait a minute, this isn't how we did it at all. We have to swap the main hand and the head. That's more like it. And I think this thing goes down like... I seem to remember a 0.75 being involved. Then we have to position it like... Nope. 0.5. 9 maybe? That's probably a 7.5 too. So that looks spot on. I think that's spot on. Literally spot on. Now the next thing is that it's got to go up. Let's see. 100, 250, 500, 750. Why are these... I guess I've started them so 100 is actually like 1 up, isn't it? That's fine. just as long as we know what's going on. So now we go back to the armor stand. Let's get its position up 2 blocks. That's exactly where it needs to be. Beautiful. So false is in second place, which means the gold is definitely being moved. Unfortunately, each time I do that, we lose signs. But I got an idea. Maybe we could put them like... I think they're just going to pop off each time. I don't think there's really a way around that. Where did I get those blocks from? Right, false is now in second. Oh, someone said yes in my chat. Oh wait, no, I see what's going on. My mod chat isn't actually open. Cybot, if you're there, I got your message. And I thought it was my mod chat, but for some reason it wasn't open. Let's have a look at chat. French Fencer Girl says, hi, Xisuma, hi chat. Just left my job for 4 years and I have a few days before starting the new one. Glad to join a stream after so long. Cool. Hope that all works out for you. Hope that's a good thing. And thank you for tuning in today. Can't multitask. Can't multitask to save my life. It puts me in 3rd place. So now these peasants become iron blocks, right? Yeah, that's correct. I have a feeling these were supposed to be bronze. Right? Does that make more sense? Wait, yeah, this is supposed to be like a bronze. Where's my ender chest? Oh, it's over here. Oh, the levels of confusion, peeps. The levels of confusion. Honeycomb, thanks. How about an axe? I think that was just something I never did. Gosh, that makes so much more sense, doesn't it? Yeesh. Literal yeesh. Right, let's finish setting up this one over here while the numbers are kind of fresh on my mind. So, we won't make it invisible yet, but we got to swap that. Position was like... I think it was minus 1.75. Looks about right. And then you want it to come forward maybe... No, it's too much. 0.75 as well. Yep, remembered the numbers. Now we make it invisible. Ah, but... Big but. Let's, oh gosh. Now when I say something like that, I immediately think of Cub Fan. I'm not saying Cub Fan's got a big butt. This is turning into the worst horn ever. What I mean is... Oh, God, I give up. I give up. Right. Now that is a leaderboard. That is a leaderboard. To those of you that do not know... Okay, now we can be clipped and taunted by our foolishness forever through the horns. Don't believe me? Here's something I said earlier today. Awoo! Now it's been immortalised by the goat horn. Thank you, Cub. Thanks. Oh dear. Right. That's hard to place. Ah, because of the noises. Right. 2. Get out of my way. I have to do this every single time, don't I? Oh. Impulse, you haven't even earned enough for it to be out of the way. Disappointed. Disappointed. If I had like a quick undo, that might be like kind of handy. There are tools for locking these, by the way. I'm not too comfortable with that. Don't quite know how it all works. Impulse. Right, we've got 2 placeholders here. We really need to get those sorted out. So now, there is your glorious leaderboard, my friends. In case we need a screenshot for this stream, I'll have that one. Go on. Flow Waffles, thank you so much for 2 months. Thank you for using your Amazon Prime. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it sounded terrible. Thanks for using the old Prime on me. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's see. So these things... Oh, they're for false. These are going back into the back area. Profits. Yeah, okay, we're alright. Prime never sounded so moist. I was trying to sound like a serpent. There we go. X, you need to wax your copper. We did that. We did that. There you go. Proper leaderboard look now. Okay, so pick this up and off we go. Do you eat peanut butter and jam? I love peanut butter and jam. What a combo. Do you have any tips for calming down when you have an anxiety panic attack? I would say sit down and breathe. Breathe gently. Focus your attention on your breathing. Just try to, you know, not pay attention to any thoughts or anything going on up there. Just pay attention to your breathing. We can hook EFO up. Just got to not forget that we're sending false some post. So I need a stamp. Got an EFO stamp. Oh, dang it! See, I can't multitask. Oh, that would have been bad. Okay, got a full stamp. Need a piece of paper. Then we need a box. Put these in, rename the paper, that's how it works. And then we just put congrats. I should have maybe your second in on the leader board. We need to incentivize, you see. Right, so we put the box there, put the postage stamp here, press the button, and I pray that I didn't derp somehow. Right, now let's see if we can find EFO. Oh, do you know what? Woo! Ah! Imagine like flying over here and hearing that. Oh dear. Wait, speaking of that. Oh, wrong button. Woo! Oh.
Are you getting excited for the wolf update, Xisuma?
Actually, this is my wolf shop. If you see what I mean, you see the pun.
Okay.
I'm also excited for that as well.
It.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
you'd
perfect.
be expecting us to update soon because it dropped yesterday, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm guessing the mods aren't ready for it though.
It's not the mods this time. It's not the mods.
Oh.
They did all the under the hood MBT data changes.
And
that's going to slow down a lot of our custom stuff, you know, so might be a
like
while.
The data packs and stuff is the issue?
Yeah. And then upgrading
yeah.
the world might have a few quirks, but who knows. Anyways.
We are stringed together with duct tape and glue and...
Literally, that's what it's like sometimes. If you follow me down here, I have actually
Alright.
just finished my glorious storage system.
Oh,
Do you have the shulker box mod?
no, I'm trying not to use it.
That's fair enough. These are all plain, right?
It's tempted though. Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
It looks like a quilt. You got all these different colors. It looks cool.
Yeah, I can see the block textures on them and item textures. But you know,
Yeah.
like I keep like leaning towards custom stuff, and then this season I found myself kind of like figuring things out the other direction. So, like every box here gets sorted, but after I put it all together, I kind of thought like you could just have a row of blocks on the left that tells you what's going to be sorted on the right.
Uh huh.
You know?
Do you have hoppers behind you, or how are you doing it?
Yeah, it's okay. If you follow me, it's this system down here. Like all
I like a good storage system, Xisuma. It's one of my favorite things in this game.
This is my favorite.
Oh yeah, I saw you building this the other day. I was confused. I thought, like, is he doing a display? What's with the torches?
It's a little crowded up. Oh, fell off.
Whoa!
Oh.
Okay, so you're alternating the torches to bring them up the dropper elevator.
That's correct. Yep. And then they get cycled down, so you lock the hoppers in front of the shulkers like one by one. So an item drops down, it has an opportunity to go in, and then the one underneath unlocks, and it goes down again, has an opportunity to go in. That's the system.
Lichens there just for lighting updates?
That is correct. I don't really know if that's a thing anymore, but yeah, you can just
I
sort
think
of.
it is.
Yeah. If it is, you know, the lichen's there to help, basically.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it's a few little systems like that all strung together. Because on the opposite side, I got one for my ender chest over there. But yeah, got all of that done. So when it comes to glowstone, I know exactly where I'm at. We got this here. There's some in that yellow box too. I thought I had more than that, to be honest. I thought I had a bit more, but no, that's
Maybe
it.
you need some of this.
I mean, I'm hoping
yeah.
you don't need a crazy amount, but like, is that good enough?
Let's see. I was hoping to get a few stacks.
Right. I can just go AFK at my witch farm tonight, and then you'll have plenty of boxes.
I can go hit up Doc too if you're low.
That's true, yeah. Whatever you want, man. I probably should go over there and get some more redstone anyway, but you can take that for now and get some more from Doc if you need it.
Well, this is more than enough for me. I'm just.
Oh, there you go.
need some
Take
of
it.
this.
No. I'm good. I'm
4,
good.
5. Yeah, it's like 5, 6 stacks. That's plenty.
You can take more if you want. I have
Thank
no
you,
plans.
Xisuma. I brought you some frog lights.
Ooh, I like frog lights. I've been using them in here. Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. I really like how your base has been coming along this season.
Thank you. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
It feels like you got like a good pattern where you can expand easy, but you still have a lot of detail to it.
Yeah, I can kind of see it like that too. I love the vibe.
Or do you find you're struggling with the building?
No, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm in a transition between like an old style and a new style. So I've sort of approached a lot of stuff this season with my like old mentality for redstone contraptions and farms, like this big storage system, for example. And then I've just kind of come into this season feeling a bit different. So I'm sort of mixing the two together. But I could see myself in season 11, like really letting go of the way I've done stuff in the past and kind of embrace a new way of building and whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm really enjoying it. There's so many more blocks that are interesting to work with now, right? Oh, you'll like this over here, by the way. Check it out.
Furnace array.
I've got a crafty.
Oh.
It's not a furnace array.
Oh, he's gonna beat me up.
Yeah, menacing looking guy. This is no crafting array. Sorry. Oh god, I just said it.
Crafting array.
You said furnace array,
Uh huh.
and then I'm like, oh, it's no furnace array, but I said the thing it was.
It's a crafting array.
Yeah. You're looking at the wrong bit, man. That guy's there for decoration.
I thought this was one of those enchanting things where you disenchant the book for XP.
No, I mean you can use
No?
a grindstone for that. No, this is a
I've made
crafting
automated
array.
systems before where you get XP quick, dude. And it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a crafting array.
Yeah. This will give
or
you the hint right
composting.
here.
Is it a composting array?
No, crafting.
Okay, there's bows here.
Going right over your head. The bows are for dispensers, right? So what I can do is on one side I can put in like stacks upon stacks of sticks and string. So then like over here in the crafter, I'll just configure it for the shape of a bow or whatever.
Oh, I see. You got 9 items you can choose from.
Yep. So you
And
load
that
them
represents
up.
a slot.
Yeah.
Right.
Then they
Okay, I
all
think I get it
filter in one by one. It crafts it, and then the next lot come in again. So I can make tons of bows. I can stockpile them on this one here, you know, with the chest up
So you
top.
have a hopper chain on the other side of these droppers. That leads
Yes.
to the crafter.
That's
right?
correct. This will be easier if I show you. What do I need for dispenser? Redstone.
That's a good way of doing it, because then it's easy to set your recipe and stuff.
It is, yeah. Let's grab some of that. It's just redstone and cobblestone after the bows. Okay. Now, one
I like
thing
this.
you would
I could see myself using something like this.
there's so many different ways as you could do it as well. So it's
Yeah,
like, lots
it's
of
a
ways to have
generalized
fun.
crafter.
Okay, this is that's set up. It's got a bow in there for some reason. Like one thing you have to do is kind of like count your stacks as you do it. Like you want to have an equal amount, otherwise it just sort of breaks
Yeah,
at some
it'll mess
point.
up. And you don't have a clock for it. You just hold the right click on the comparator.
You have to hit it once to like activate it.
Oh, I see.
Right, if I've done this correct from memory, which I probably haven't, but now when I hit this, they all get activated. They all slide in one by one, and it makes it and runs it again.
Nice.
And then, if you've put in the correct amount of items, it'll at one point like end and just turn itself off.
Yeah. Does it? So how do you trigger the next cycle? Is it based on time, or is it based on detecting?
It's based on the output being full. So like, if you look at this one over here on this side,
Oh, okay.
like if you're just doing slabs, right? Like as soon as that's full, it creates the signal strength. So yeah, it's when it's finished crafting, it
So
does
you
the
look for
next
a
one.
signal of 9.
Yeah, and it does it for any crafting size. So when you craft stuff that's smaller, it runs faster, which is nice.
Very cool.
And now
Yeah, I
we've
like
got me
this.
some dispensers and some bows. Yeah, it's super handy. I must admit though, like it's really great for dispenser, but like a lot of stuff once you got them in your inventory, it's like you can just quickly do it in a crafting bench too. So
Yeah, it's more for bulk, right?
mm-hmm.
If you need several chests of something.
Yeah, and dispenser's been like the real one it's good to use for, but not too much else. But, you know, sometimes it's fun to just do stuff the other way because it's, you know, you're using your world, you're interacting with the game more. It's like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
just built like a generalized crafter, and it's like it's okay, but it's not like ideal.
Yeah. Well, I bet you
So-
it'll have the same issue, right? Like you can probably do just most things quicker in a crafting bench anyway.
It's almost quicker, yeah, but I've been using it for like mossy stone and stone bricks, and it is actually faster just to toss in the crafter. But that's because I'm doing bulk, like several shulkers full.
Yeah. Well, I like the best use is when it's part of like a farm and it just does a crafting recipe automatically that you're probably going to do. I kind of like the idea though of like if you got a moss farm that's stockpiling the moss and then you dump cobble into a chest en masse. I guess that's what your crafter's doing, isn't it? It's like you just dump them all in and then come back later and it's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's slow, and you do like a shulker at a time or whatever, and then you empty it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I like the versatility of this game because now I'm thinking like, what if you wanted it to be fast? Like you could have an array of crafters. You put your cobble on one side, your moss on the other. The hopper minecarts go out. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's ways if you want to
And then you can add like shulker loaders and unloaders, and yeah.
go down a rabbit hole.
There's always more you can do, right, with stuff now, which is cool.
Yes. Oh, by the way, have a look in here.
Oh, Okay,
Oh.
so these are your custom things, right?
Yeah.
These
They
are your
are
labels?
yeah, these are what appear on the shulker boxes for me. And
Okay.
they are just the texture of the block, but like they don't render in an inventory space, and I find it looks really cool when it's like
They look
laid
very
out like
good as
that.
2D, yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. It's been fun to put it all together.
Uh-huh. Very cool.
Yeah. And now I've been just using it and putting it all to use and stuff in here, so like it was a lot of time to put it all together, so I'm kind of relieved now.
That is the thing about storage systems. Like, they are a time sink.
Yep. That's why you got to do them early. Just make that investment.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And you're good for the season.
And I find simpler systems usually work better than... Like, this looks relatively simple, what you got here, I think?
This system is great, trust me. Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's so simple to use because it's, you know, you chuck your stuff in one end and then it just sorts them through the shulkers. The trick is that the shulkers are the filters. And I like how, like, if something overflows into the end, it's like, and it didn't get sorted, that's not really bad because it tells you need to make space for these items somewhere. And the other thing is that, like, if you look at the wood boxes, these are like for building. The wood and the color grid. So I know you can't see the icons, but these ones are color boxes, and then the brown ones are wood boxes. And the idea is that you've got a bit of everything. So if you're going to go build, you just grab the wood colors you want, and then maybe a color box like one of these. And then when you're building, you've got access to just so much more. You can open up the box and see the other materials. Look in these ones here as well.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm doing with my ender chest as well. I don't have like every item, just like certain ones, but...
Yeah, I saw yours. It's like a thing in the grounds. That's what's been inspiring me a little bit. Like, I've done my whole lean into the custom stuff, and then now I'm swinging back the other way a little bit, and that got me thinking, you know, you could have this like one column at a time, and just put your block next to it. You know, oak wood for the oak ones.
So, how does your thing in the back work here? Like, it does a column at a time, but then what does it do? Does it switch to another row, or?
It's literally like a loop, so you can imagine them going down, right? Like items.
Is it chaining like from bottom to top, then bottom to top on each of them, or
it sends the item to the top. They come down through the hoppers, so the hoppers are being alternated. So like one's locked while the one on top has the item in, so it can put it into the box. Then it swaps, so it comes down, one looks into the next box. When it gets to the bottom, it just goes to the back, goes over a row, goes up to the top, and then comes to the front again and falls down.
Okay.
So like, I don't know if you got the free
does that
cam.
though? Is it? Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out here. So I see you got minecarts. Is that just? Oh no, that's just for powering stuff.
Yeah, that's just minecart rails. Powering the hoppers. But like, if you look at the bottom, you can see all these hoppers point to the droppers. The droppers go up, and then at the top, it's a little harder to see, but like, there's hoppers that shift across into the chests, and the chests sort of like shimmy them over by one, and they come down through the hoppers again.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where you're getting that shimmy effect from. Now I see it.
Yeah, it's just the chests at the top. I've been using this though since like season 6, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just, for me, it's just hard to walk away from because it's like just so convenient.
Yeah, for sure, it's a good system.
But next season, definitely going to try and do something different because I kind of want to get away from these like big square rooms and do something like really organic, I think.
I don't know. When it comes to storage, I want it as efficient as possible. I don't want to sacrifice for looks or anything. I just want it functional, and then I'll do the rest of my stuff.
Maybe I'll regret that then. I'll give it a try, but I regret it.
I think when it comes to storage, you want it as nice as you can get it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is that massive big space. Oh yeah, like it also sorts potions, enchanted books, and like non-stackables over here as well.
Okay. Doesn't sort them, it just throws potions here, or does it actually sort them?
Yellow is potions. I've just, once they've come through, they arrive in the top, one first.
Okay. And then
once they come through,
them?
yeah, I just like put them in to the other ones.
Yeah.
And then you got books next, so it's only the one at the top at the moment. Like I've had 4 books come through, and then on this one here, it just does all the other non-stackables. They just end up here.
Very cool.
Because that's the one thing that can't get filtered in this system, because it has to find another. Unless you leave a shulker box open, it's not going to go into one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, I reckon it'll serve me well this season.
Now, do you find like stuff sometimes doesn't go into your shulkers?
Oh yeah, right
I guess...
now I'm having a few items not coming through and stuff, and it's just like I got to diagnose and find that like repeater somewhere that I didn't set to the right setting. But otherwise, this thing totally works. Like I've been using it since season 6. It's solid.
Okay, because like sometimes I think droppers, if there's a full stack in there of something it's trying to put in, like for example, if you go to your, you got like 3, 4, 8 stacks, 9 stacks of birch logs here. I think once one of those is full, doesn't it have a chance of failing, of putting birch logs in, or does it always put birch logs in if there's space?
Nah, the way hoppers naturally behave, it will put an item in. Like if the first
it's
stack
not
is
a dropper?
full, no, it's a hopper behind it.
Oh, it's a hopper. Okay. Never mind then. I thought
you were getting at like there's some hopper logic where if it has to check too many stacks, then it will miss its opportunity or something. And I've not seen that happen, but no,
I was thinking you were feeding.
There.
I was thinking you're feeding these shulkers with droppers.
If you look over here,
failing, but it's hoppers. Yeah, you're right.
This is it. Like, and so what I do is when I have like tons of junk to sort, I just throw up my entire ender chest. I'm not going to do all of it right now, but yeah, this one's just for the ender chest. There's this feature where if it detects more than a stack of items coming through, the same item for more than a stack, it then cuts off the supply to this and bypasses it.
Oh.
Because I generally just keep 1 stack of every type of thing in my ender chest.
Yeah.
Like there's a few exceptions, but the purpose of this thing is to kind of give you like some generalized access to most of the blocks in the game.
Yeah, and you're using sticks as for items you don't have yet that you want to put in.
Yeah, I retextured them, and again, just like using custom stuff when I don't really need to. I think I'll change that
I do
back
a similar
to like
thing
iron
with
bars.
mine. Like if I don't have something, I just throw a stick in or something until I get it.
Yeah, it was a bit
that's
unnecessary. Cool. I got people saying like, "Why you got a barrier block?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not very smart." Don't want people thinking I've just got barrier blocks, you know.
But then if you don't have the barrier block, it's like, why do you have a stick in there?
Yeah, true.
You never win.
Yeah. I needed 2 items. I needed one that said, like, this slot is free for something new, and one that said, you haven't got this item yet, because I've still, got to grab some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why in this one, if you look at the bottom right, the texture is like a hopper at the top of the hopper.
Like, you can replace that with something new.
Yes. And we're going
to
get...
you don't have like a planned out organization system where you know what's going there. It's just like whatever you need at the time.
The layout of all of these boxes is pretty much the same as what I had last season. So it's sort of structured to some degree, but yeah, like there are just slots ready for stuff that arrives in the future because they're going to keep adding more blocks to this game.
Yeah.
So I'll need that space at some point.
I see you have the problem of do I put lichen with the lights and the sea pickles, or do they go with my plants or what?
I put them all in lights for now.
You put them in lights. Okay, interesting.
Well, I took the time to go through all the different boxes, so when you put all the aquatic stuff together, it turns out that, actually maybe it's better if sea pickles go in the lights one. And then, like I put chains in lights because I feel like they just fit with lanterns so well.
Yeah, exactly. Your light box is actually very similar to mine.
Yeah.
This is mine here.
I never thought about putting organization.
I never thought about putting crying obsidian in. That might have been a good idea, actually.
It does emit light, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing that I did today. You see these crafters here? they're literally just hooked up to some of the redstone, so when the system's running, they blink. Because
Okay.
lights are
see
like
it's
a
working.
yeah, lights are like a full block, and they emit
Yeah.
light, and you know it can look a bit funky. So I just thought, like, what block like changes when you power a redstone? And there isn't a lot. There's not a lot in this game, but these little indicator lights are like super cool. And so you can just
Yeah, it's a
glance
good
over
idea.
and see them flashing, and it's like, okay, that's running.
And then you don't get lighting updates and stuff too.
Yes, exactly.
And it actually kind of matches with your floor, which is
That was very fortunate.
which is kind of impressive for a late edition.
Oh yeah, you know what? Like, it just like the oak plank texture just kind of lines up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it's part of it.
Yeah, that's very fortunate. Oh.
Yeah, over here too.
Yes, yeah, put in a whole bunch of them.
All right, well, thanks, Xisuma. I'm not going to keep you any longer.
Thanks for popping by, man. If you need any more glowstone, I
Yep.
have plenty. I can farm some more if you need it.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben.
Cool. See ya. Bye-bye.
See you later.
That was nice, wasn't it, peeps? Good to have a guest come by. The one and only Efo. These lights are awesome. Now I've got to remember, like, did I make space for that over here? Lights. Yes, I did. Yeah, and look at that. It's just a disgusting mess because I was just trying to get the whole thing done, right? But the cool thing about this whole system is just organize it as you go. I'm not actually trying to accumulate like every type of item here right now, so this works just fine basically. Oh, I need one more stack. There you go. If it gets a bit messy later on, I might change it around a little bit. By the way, we had some noises in the air. Let's get caught up. Envy Bug, thank you for 2 months. We got Hot Tub Harry gifting a sub to Navia. Navia, be sure to say thanks in the chat. Bad Wolf. Oh, I've got to do it again now. The second one today. I was just hanging out the whole time with my wolf helmet on. Oh. Bad Wolf, thank you for 4 months. Thanks for all the Hermitcraft content. This is like, if you have Wolf in your name, you now get exclusive perks. That's what you get. You get an extra little perk. By the way, this is junk to be sorted. At the moment, for some reason, actually, I think I know why. I think I missed something down here. There's a filter that I didn't set up correctly. Anyway, like the system was being a bit temperamental, so you can see it's unloading the shulker box. It doesn't do that if I throw in too many things at once. So I've been doing things one at a time for a while, and then it works pretty well. There's a few rows here it misses, so there's probably some things I need to tweak, but otherwise it's like, it's going good. It's all going good. Let's chuck that in there. Redstone back in here. And I guess like I could just throw these in to be sorted. Is literally what it's here for. But let's see, Xisuma, are you there? Can you hear us, buddy? Do you know where you are? I know where I am. Do you know where you are? Aristotle B, thank you for 19 months, and Lucky Tiger Kitten, thank you for 71 months. Greatly appreciated. If you're enjoying the stream. There we go. Super, are you done with your tea? There's still some left, but hey. It don't matter. Oh, I just noticed that my stream timer is froze. We've been streaming for 50 minutes. I don't know why it does that. It's done that on occasion a couple of times. Yeah, anyway, what were my plans for today? It was do the trophies, do the leaderboard, the mailbox stuff. We've actually done everything that was officially a part of the plan. So, if I don't know what I'm doing, we'll just go outside and build some stuff. I mean, I need to work on the promenade a bit. But I think I'm just gonna do like this awkward little job around the back. Sorry, did you say 70 months, says Puddle Shine. 71 months for Lucky Tiger Kitten. We've got peeps that here have been over... Oh, well, it's so difficult. We've got peeps that have been here for over 100 months. can hear mobs. I can hear them. I think now's a great time to switch to standing. Let's do that. Who would like to hear a dull, boring story? In the life of Xisuma, and Annoying Things Part 2. I'm sure you do. You're excited now. Oh, look at that. They love a boring story in chat. My boring story is really boring. So I must have spent like an hour this morning like trying to get stuff to work on my phone because I had some issues, and then this like data storage thing pops up, and then I start piecing it together and realizing that my Wi-Fi isn't working. It looks like it's on, but it's not. I'm using up all of my mobile data and I've not got much left. I mean, this is just annoying, right? Who wants to have those kind of issues? So I spent ages doing the old searching for Android. Oh, this is actually like the way the river is. Okay. Searching Android tutorials, trying to figure out what's going wrong. You can never find like a tutorial about the exact thing that you're having, right? Like it's always some other issue and never quite your one. So I'm going through and trying all these different things, but like none of them are actually for the issue that I have, which is that the Wi-Fi turns on and looks like it's connected, but when you go into it, there's actually no Wi-Fi networks there whatsoever. And then when you try and add one, like it says it's added it, but then it just doesn't display anything. What's going on there? You know, do some resetting of the settings, this, that, and the other thing. Oh, I'm just wasting time. It's annoying. It's like, oh my god, this is so annoying when something like this happens. You don't know how to fix it. You don't know how long it's going to take. So I come back to the computer after I've cooked and eaten and stuff, and I watch another video. And you know when you look up tech videos, like there's a lot of bad videos. Someone's got a terrible microphone, like the whole video quality is a bit sus, and it's just, I don't know. Anyway, I found a video with a couple of guys who were more like a tech support desk. And they provided like a lot of ideas, and they sit down and talk you through it all. And I'm like, oh, here's a high quality channel. And then they say the one thing that all of them say, which is like, try restarting your device. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should have just tried that. Because I had figured out when it stopped working. It stopped working when I last restarted my phone, which is when I went into the cinema, right? So I restart the device. I told you this was boring. Okay, this is going to be anticlimactic. I restarted the device. Ooh, and yeah, it was absolutely fine. It was just, whatever it was, it just fixed itself. So now I've chewed up tons and tons of mobile data over the last 4 or 5 weeks without realizing it. Look, the system is running. I've done a bunch of that. And I guess that's the end of that story. Turn it on and off again, the magic solution that fixes everything. Yeah, it's just that, like, how often does it not though, right? And it just didn't pop into my head. I'm so used to troubleshooting stuff that I didn't think of just the simplest solution of like, turn it off, turn it back on again. But yeah, like realizing that it was when I last restarted my phone that it broke. And then hearing that, like, have you restarted it? And I was like, I didn't even do that simple thing. Why don't you have an unlimited plan, says the snipers. Because it's cheaper if I get one that isn't unlimited. And there's no point me spending money on something that I don't use. I rarely go within 10 or 20% of my mobile data cap each month. So, like, why would I pay more for that? Right? Look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. If you don't know what that means, don't even worry about it. If you do, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was in the middle like trying to work out, and I just ended up spending loads of time like looking for all these obscure settings on my phone and changing stuff and nothing working, and then after all of that, it's just like, should have just restarted it. Should have just restarted it. I forgot British money was based off of weight, says Creeper. Oh yeah, it's totally based off of weight. That's 100% true. Oh no, X gives out old people advice. It's some of the best advice I've ever heard. Like, it's about a mindset shift towards how you look after and spend and use money. Fun fact, the heavier something in the UK, the more valuable it is. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. 100%. Right, do you remember this bit over here? I can't remember what we decided to do with this thing. Advice from young people is usually not very good, says Star Brown. I wouldn't word it like that. I would word it like, chances are, on a population scale, if you took different age groups and weighed up the value of their advice, which could be highly subjective, then older generations might provide better advice. But why? Because they've lived longer than you. Because they've gone through all the same things you're going to go through already. And it's worth listening to, I think. Right, I'm gonna go back into our season 10 mode. I wonder how heavy 20 pounds are. I thought you could also call them quid. I'll give you a hint. 20 pounds is, ooh, give and take. Ooh, about 20 pounds. Ooh, give and take a little. I'm shaking my arms. You can't see it. It's beautiful, but you can't see it. I guess I glossed over that bit here, right? And probably just decided to terraform over it. I think we'll just terraform over it and go from there. Also, that would be a handy screenshot for me to have on my other screen right now. Young people tend to have a better work-life balance than older generations, says Tilda MC. Right, I wouldn't say that, but what I would say, I think what's good about what you just said, is that the generations grow up in different times. You could make an argument that maybe young people today have access to information in a different way that's, you know, maybe they are wiser because there's other things going on. Whatever. Talking of advice, got any for GCSEs starting in like 2 weeks? Just do that thing. Just, you know, do the studying, put in the time and effort. And I was so terrible when I was that age. I even like just skipped some of my GCSEs because I couldn't be bothered. You don't want to be like me when I was that age. That's for sure. I don't know how I got through it. I certainly never got a job or on a career path aided by getting grades and stuff. I would very much say I'd lucked out big time to be doing this, to end up here. Lindy says, but I do want to be like you. You wanna be like the perception of me. You don't want all the baggage, right? It's like when people say they wanna be as wealthy as someone else, some billionaire, millionaire, whatever. It's like, but you don't want all the baggage that comes, right? Like, everyone's got baggage in their life. Everyone's got burdens and things they've been through, right? Like, let's say you were to do what I did. It's a dice roll. You know, if you throw away the opportunity of getting good GCSEs and studying and becoming smart like I did, it's a real dice roll that you end up somewhere like here. I tell you, it's not a wise move. I don't look back at the choices I made and go, that was smart. Nope. I look back at it and think, you lucky devil. Right, let's gonna get a bit more of this going. How many sections is it? It's 2 and then it wraps away again. Is this your old person advice, says Yamil? I mean, my old person advice for today will be, look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. You got to think about what that means. Alright? It's about how... I'll give you a hint. It's about how, like, smaller things with money, over the scope of time, end up being the bigger things. Like, you know, if you think about compounding, and how your habits will span out over time. You know, if you always go to the local Starbucks and get a $5 coffee every day, you know, how many days are there in a year? That's what that quote is about. Not specifically Starbucks coffee, just, you know. Hey, Impulse, thank you so much for the raids. Compounding, that makes sense. Very good, very good. Impulse, I was watching a bit of your stream earlier. It was good stuff. The Metro. Is that going to go anywhere? That's what I was wondering. Like, is that going to connect to anything? That would be cool. Luna Econite, thank you for 27 months. Much appreciated. No spoilers, X, says SG. Like, what are the spoilers? I was asking a question. I don't know if I'm spoiling anything. Thanks, man. Have a great stream. It's part of the overall game, wink. Oh, okay, okay. Right. I think I know what you're getting at. It's going to be a race, says Cool. Got ya, got ya. Impulse has got some big picture plans, it would seem. Let's just put this here for now. I'm trying to place that, like, lower block. It'd be a real pain to do that sometimes. Place a block down from where you are. Yeah, this is literally here for the sake of the chest, right? And then we kind of want it to be relatively steep down to the surface area down there. And now we can crack on with this. What are we working on today, says Judge JLo? We've done very little today. We did some trophy stuff. We mailed out some trophies. We updated the leaderboards. And then we hung out with Efo for a bit. Checking out the storage system. Oh yeah, I need to mix up those blocks too. So I should probably get more of this put together for now. If we follow what was already here, that might kind of help us a lot with what we're trying to do. Let's go and put one of those at the base. So yeah, we'll use this existing sort of contour to guide us through. I think would be a smart way to approach this. What's going on? Morgan Korn, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Der Stein Jung, whose name I probably butchered, but Der Stein, be sure to say thanks in the chat. Is Cleo winning in sales trophies? She is. However, I've got a feeling Cub's just going to crush everyone whenever we get Cubs through. Surely Cub's going to be in the lead. He's got the winning formula, you know. So yeah, when we get to this bit here, it then kind of becomes obvious that that's as low as that's going to go for now. So I think we actually kind of need to raise it up again somewhere. Let's have a look. I so thought I saw a name tag just over here. There's like a little dark bit there. I was like, someone's sneaking. I guess we'll go against the idea I had a moment ago and pull this out like so. I'm going to need to go down below and light some stuff up down there, aren't I? Those horns are selling like hotcakes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Such an awesome little project as well. I really don't like how close this goes to the redstone. I hope I don't ever have to go back there and change stuff, you know? And now I kind of need to get some more... Oh wait, they're easy to place. That's not a bother, is it? It's kind of nice to like work our way around from a side. Like this. Just it feels more complete as it comes across, you know? Whoops, press the wrong button. Is this a self-designed storage system or are you using someone else's? Says Zybraxis. So, Cybot created the storage system in Season 6, this style here. Maybe before that, actually. I can't remember, but I came across his world. I think he sent it to me. And I've been using it ever since. But this storage system this season is like conceptually of like this thing here, the bulk storage, that thing, these things, and Cybot kind of pulled it all together, like all of the redstone. Like over here we've got like, you know, the brewing stand, the chisel thing. I was like, look, we can use these to separate the items, and then Cybot found a way to do it all. So I sort of designed the layout and what bit goes where conceptually, and then Cybot put all the redstone together. And it's wonderful, by the way. It's wonderful. Like to have this, because I know exactly what I'm getting. I've been using it for years, and it works a charm. It's a treat. So I think now I see what we need to do with the terrain. It's like we need to bring this down to this level, and then that's going to get steeper, isn't it? You the ideas man, says Steve-O. Yeah, I'm a very like ideas person, to the point where I've learned as of late, it feels like a lesson I've probably learned over and over again, but try and do better with. But like, I get really excited about ideas, and sometimes like they're not really like, how would you say, appropriate or the thing to do. How can I describe it? I guess I just get a bit carried away with ideas. And so I need to check myself a bit sometimes and just be like, this is exciting for you, but maybe not for other people. Right? That's the bit that I struggle with. Like, once there's an idea in my head, like, I'm all excited. But like, that's not everyone shares in that enthusiasm. So you need to learn to be like, all right, this is awesome. This makes sense to you, but that doesn't always transfer to what other people want. Let's go put that there. And then pull that across. And then at this level, I think we'll, somewhere around here, it's gonna come together. Bam, like that. I believe if I go look at my image, there is... Oh, I can't. I'm trying to move it like I'm in Minecraft. That's fine. Let's go and put in the next couple of bits. There's that. Then we're gonna have it. I don't like breaking these blocks when there's redstone and hoppers and stuff around as well. Dude, this thing, is this right? This is right. This thing comes crazy close. Yeah, I want that. And then I want this. Oh, it's disgustingly close. There's 3 of these sections, and then it goes across. Like so. I'm not familiar with the design. It looks cool. Would you mind a brief rundown of the concept behind it, says Down of Earth. Man, you should have been here earlier. Like, we went through all of that with EFO. Like, what you got to imagine is a loop, okay? Like, an item goes through a loop. It goes down in front of your shulker boxes, which you put on the hoppers. Goes down, one by one. Then it goes under, up, and then it comes down on the next row. So every shulker box has an opportunity for an item to go into it. That's kind of the gist of it. Hopefully a creeper won't explode it. It does need some mob proofing, that's for sure. There's a little bit of that needs taken care of. Something like that, I guess. Right, and now what I think I want to do next is just get the wall all the way around. Good time to run out of dirt, I guess. Good time to run out of dirt. I think we're going to need more tough blocks. Going to need to sleep in a bed. I don't have a bed in my storage area. I think I might make like a couple of little pop-up rooms where you sort of like shimmy down. But oh, look, there's a bed. Well, I do have one. I left it in there earlier, but not a permanent one. You know what I mean? When working on redstone with hoppers, one might actually prefer using glass as a bridging block. Why would that be? Not quite sure what you mean there. I didn't get the tough. EFO Slab made zombies and skeletons fight each other in Minecraft beta. Yeah, I'm sure lots of people did. Like, it's a common thing. I mean, some of the stuff EFO did in alpha and beta was far more interesting. I remember like creeper cannons and stuff. And that Chocolate Island world. You see, I watched EFO like a bit during the alpha era. Like come and go, I'd watch a thing here, a thing there. And then when he started his new world, I was like, right, this is it. I'm here, I'm watching this. And then I like really got into that world and went back and watched the old one. And there was so much cool stuff even in alpha, like this pressure plate with doors around it and capturing a creeper. Like just little things like that. It's like Minecraft is so perfect for it. It's such a tinkerer's game. And I hadn't played a tinkerer's game before, so I was just like endlessly engrossed, and still to this day, with just how much stuff you can do in this game. It's so much fun. You should hang the bed from the ceiling and make it look like a hammock to match the theme of the roof. That's honestly not a bad idea. I really like that. I'm just not sure whereabouts I would put that. Cyborg Zombie, thank you for the cheers and the biddies. That means I get to press this button and that thing happens on the screen, and hopefully you enjoy it. No message with that one. I'll be on the lookout for you in chat in case you had a message you want to share, but appreciated, my dude. Thank you, thank you. What is the mod for the shulker box organizing? The organizing of a shulker box isn't a mod. That's the inventory of the shulker box that organizes it. If you're on about the textures, it's Iskal85's Shulker Plus mod. You won't get the flat block textures with that. That's something I've done for a resource pack. I'm still convinced it could be done using a resource pack, but maybe Iskal explained it to me. There was something I was missing about it all. If there's one thing I've learned about Minecraft over the years is that it has some real like fundamental quirkiness that makes it tricky to do things that may sometimes seem simple. Especially with modding. Well, with the whole game, really. But sometimes you like, it's easy to think of modding as just being like, well, it's a mod, so you can do whatever. But it don't always work like that. Navia says, okay, I'm back and I calmed down from my anxiety attack. Also, Thanks for helping me out. Much appreciated. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know, like, I heard this anecdote the other day, and I've noticed it to be true, but people today say anxiety, like, more than worry. And there's a lot of, like, online diagnosis of this stuff, so I'm all for talking about mental health and whatnot. But I do worry sometimes that, like, by creating the conversation, you might sort of tilt people in the wrong direction, right? Like, having anxiety is a part of life. There isn't anyone who doesn't go through life without feeling anxious. It's just a matter of, like, when and how, and if it becomes a problem. It became a huge problem for me at one point in my life. And now that that point is in the past, my anxiety feels a lot more, I don't know, like, if it's present, it's probably for a good reason. In the past, it was kind of like there non-stop and it didn't make sense. But there are times when, you know, there's a reason why you might feel anxious. It's minimizing actual anxiety disorders, says Flunderfluff. Maybe it's minimizing it. Like, my concern is just that it may cause some people to kind of like hyper-focus on an aspect of like what's going on and like misunderstanding that, hey, it's normal, it's okay. Like, you know, you're feeling anxious before an exam. It's probably how most people feel, right? Why would you not feel anxious? It's there's a difference between a normal amount and a level that would be considered a disorder of some sort. I'm not sure if it minimizing people with disorders is as much as a problem as I guess because the world's quite nurturing, it seems like, at the moment, of these issues. When I was younger, like, there was not a lot of nurturing towards this kind of stuff. So, like, if you say you're anxious and whatnot, most people get it today. So that doesn't seem like a bad thing. It doesn't feel like it's minimizing it. To me, the worry is like someone who might not really have an issue, but sort of becoming not obsessed. Just not sure what the right word here is, but, you know, like, focused on the wrong idea, seeing themselves as being like broken in some way, whereas actually maybe what you're going through is pretty normal and not too big a deal. NP Beans says, I found it to help me to understand that I am feeling anxious, not I am anxious. Yeah. See, I at one point in my life, I really stepped over that line and was just always anxious and ugh. But yeah, now if I feel anxious, is like I said, I'm feeling it, right? And it'll probably be quite reasonable why. There'll probably be something going on where it's like, well, that's normal. Also mentioned, spreading information about disorders, mental health issues can help people figure out if something is wrong, so you can go to a doctor to help, says good boy Kenji. When I started reading your message, I thought you were going to go in a different direction, because there's a lot of poor mental health advice online as well. Mostly I hear about it coming from TikTok, like these... Apparently there's like... I don't go on TikTok, I always hear about it, you know, through someone else, and I hear that on there's a lot of like videos about, oh, do you feel like this? Do you feel like that? You know, have you ever felt upset? You've got ADHD, kind of like content, and kids are like misdiagnosing themselves because of it. TikTok is such a cesspool for misinformation. I don't use it either, but I've heard such horror stories. Cesspool. What a great word. It's an absolute cesspool, isn't it? Look at all that cess. Oh, it's all in a pool together. Gah. Cesspool. Words are fantastic. Decrepit is a word that I like. You decrepit soul. That's like a real insult. Oh, look, we got a creeper. Oh, I haven't got any dirt to cover that in. We should go get some of that next. I love the word innuendo. Innuendo is kind of a cool word. Morbid is a good one. Like, yeah, morbid's okay. Like, I think words like that are great in a sentence, But some words to me, they feel like there's more of a sentence in the word, like decrepit. And the other thing is, with language, it's like, I say the word and we all have different ideas of what it means, or like what you might picture in your head, etc. But I just feel like that word packs so much into it. But it could be like, in which the context I have seen the word used kind of inflates its value to some extent. Indignity is a good one. I like that one too, yeah. Indubitability. Okay, I'm gonna read these before. Oh, new metal band name. Morbid Innuendo. That is absolutely a metal band name. Morbid Innuendo. And it's so suggestive as well. Oh, that's like terrible without being terrible. Morbid Innuendo. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. We got to start a metal band now. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna like read a few. There's a word, Bell Stephen, you reminded me of a word. Malfeasance. To describe people who are basically troublemakers. Malfeasance. I love that word. I like that one a lot. Everstaru, thank you so much for 33 months. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it. Played a lot of guitar today. Had a bit of a bum day with the guitar. I don't know what it is. I've been playing a lot of Slayer. Oh my god, here's a story. I've been playing Slayer on guitar for a long time, but it's always been one of those like reach for it kind of things where like, you know, Raining Blood, it's so much fun, but like you can't really play it. And Angel of Death, oh, it's so good, but like you're kind of half-assing the riffs. But now I've like reached the level where actually, no, wait, I'm really like getting through this. This is good. This sounds great. I'm even starting to like get the fast bit on Raining. When I say fast, I mean like the ridiculously chaotic bit on Raining Blood. Like when I'm playing that on the guitar, I expect to look down and see smoke coming off the fretboard. Anyway, it's why did I start talking about that? Yeah, I was just playing that today and it just weren't working out. Some days I pick up the guitar and it's like kind of tight and there and good. And other days, like, it can just be a bit naff. And it was just one of those days. It was like, I don't know why, but like I'm playing the notes and just not hitting them right and whatever. Miscreant, says Wadia Soft. Oh, that's the word, malfeasant. Miscreant. I think I've heard both of them used. Miscreant or malfeasant. Maybe miscreant is it? How do you spell it, the word for troublemakers? I just hear it. Malfeasant is what I thought it was. It might have actually been miscreant. I think Wadia Soft is just correcting me. Yeah, so let's try it from this way. Let's try building the ground up from here. So yeah, anyway, like I was playing a bit of Slayer today and it weren't really connecting, but it has been a lot of fun lately. Playing some Slayer. Like, that is some music to get your adrenaline going. I love it. Been learning Hello 8s as well. At some point, I'll get around to recording some covers of these. Malfeasance is an act that is illegal and causes physical or monetary harm to someone else. Yeah, okay, I got it the wrong way around. But malfeasant is another word, yeah, and miscreant is the one I was thinking of. I like a lot of these words and stuff as well from doing the music blogs. Like, yeah, I really find putting words together to express something a lot of fun. I think we're kind of getting there now. When the grass all grows over that, you might just like not really think twice. Oh, it's a bit obvious, really, isn't it? I think you've got to balance that out with some more over here. Otherwise, it's just all a bit obvious. Whoops. Maybe that helps a little bit. We'll see, we'll see. Once it's all grass, it might be a little easier in the eye. Actually, a band I listened to taught me a new word, snash. I thought it was just a silly band name. Yeah, I've not heard snash before. X, do you find your fret fingers start to ache after playing for a while, or have your fingertips grown accustomed? That's not a problem. What aches for me are my arms, like my forearms, from your elbow to your wrist. That stuff just feels like it's on fire when I play guitar. Hands get a little bit achy. I've just noticed, though, my hands just don't feel like as fast as they did a few years ago. In general, for anything. I think that's just, like, part of getting old, though. My fingertips are in pain right now. Just started playing today. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're a beginner, you get that kind of pain. I don't get fingertip pain. I get forearm and wrist pain. That's way too meta for me. I'm cross-stitching the Slayer logo for my cousin right now. Hey, Slayer are a big deal. Like, I mean, I'd be concerned if you heard about some obscure niche bands that only 6 people listen to. Slayer's a big deal, you know? That's one heck of a band right there. Like, absolutely anthemic songs. Just such an incredible identity, and like, the influence that they've had on so many bands and stuff is just incredible. Like, one genre of music that I don't think like Slayer get enough of a shout for is metalcore. Like, every metalcore riff is just like a derivative Slayer riff. You know, like once you learn to play a few Slayer songs, you're like, oh, this is the same thing they're doing in metalcore, you know? Yeah, Slayer are awesome. Didn't they like reunite? They're like, this weird thing with just, bands can just keep touring, it seems like. I think I've seen 2 Slayer like final shows in my time on Earth. I think they're back together again. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. I've decided what I'm going to do next. Oh yeah, that's actually a staircase. Is just clear out some space down here and put in some lights. We've got to be careful though. I end up breaking some redstone I'm not supposed to. I mean, that's where we need the lights, down there. Stand back! Stand back again! Ooh! I don't want to break the granite. The granite's part of the build palette, isn't it? It's part of the build palette. X has actually inspired me to listen to more metal again. I absolutely love it, says Hella. That is the attitude. Hashtag more metal. Every day, more metal. How much did you listen to yesterday? More today. More. More metal. Bands can be like stories, constantly going out of business sales. Don't know. I don't quite get that analogy. I like the idea of bands being a story though. Oh, you dingus. You dingus dongus. Right, as we go to the center though, we'll find the iron. There it is. Yeah, making everything level with this I think would be kind of cool. Right, it's now extremely evident to me that I need to be putting some stuff into a box, which I actually have with me. All the stuff for outside we'll put into there for now. Apparently I'm throwing those things on the floor. Dingus says, did I just hear my name? You did. Where you been, man? We needed you. My favourite word is mantra, says mantra. Oh, my favourite word is Xisuma. Please. Oh, see now that, as soon as I say that, I hear a Cub fan soundbite in my head. That's like the worst voice to say that in as well. My favourite word is Xisuma. You know what I mean? Oh god, it's going to be on a horn. That's going to be the meta of this season now. Everyone's walking on tripwires. Cub's over there in a bush, rubbing his horn. What? Let's talk about something else. Cybot says my favourite number is 2419. It's good no one else took that number. Chat loves it. Absolutely clipped. It's gonna be like a vicious cycle now. People are gonna say like more and more sketchy things for horns. Thin Cheese is crying. Me too. I'm on the verge of tears. It's hilarious. Oh dear. Oh dear. What's my least favourite number? Oh, that's easy. Infinity. God, every time I try and count up to infinity, I just get so bored. Right, that was an attempted joke. I don't know. Rate it on a scale of 1 to nothing. I think what we'll do is we'll fill this bit here in a little bit. So I guess all the floors are not going to be at the same level, are they? That's fine. I think I might just embrace the different heights to some extent. Cap Science says still haven't gone to the end. One day, my friend, one day. We'll get there, don't worry. Whew, didn't reach anything. Right, where do we actually need lamps around here? Still got that skylight access. I reckon once you cover that up, that's when it really gets dark, like over here, so... Whoops! Luckily, I know exactly what to do there. It'd be a bit annoying if I had less than I mind. Oh boy! Woo! Stealth creeper in the base. Yeesh. Dodged one. Lipton Horn sending to Bossman. Please don't. Please don't. Oh. X made a silly noise, guys. Horn, horn, horn. Yeah, that's it. That's the rest of the season now. I guess I could put it into here and it'd end up over there. Why not? It's a bit on the lazy side, but we'll see all the lights blinking and stuff. In theory. Should really get a shot. Oh, get out of it, you scamp. Ah, look, it gets a lot darker at night, doesn't it? Oh god, stuff's actually spawning here. It's actually a death trap. I think what I'm going to do is, like, mirror that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then put another one. Should be enough for that area, shouldn't it? Oh, I wanted to break one. I fully thought that XP was a creeper. No, there was a creeper here. Oh, I see. It's there. Maybe I won't have these ones here. I don't know. I kind of want it to look a little neat, but whatever. It's really just. Hey, Joe's here. Let's see. Wait, is he actually here? You here? I'm just going to put a row of these things back at this level. I think that's the way to do it. Welcome all the raiders! We just saw Cobb Fan in a bush. Don't ask what he was doing. Okay, do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do that. Oh dear. Navia, thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day yourself. So strange watching a tamer, nice streamer than my usual. Noticed you guys welcome even small raids. Meanwhile, I'm used to going to chat to 4 billion raiders. Yeah, I wouldn't know really. Because I literally stream, and if I watch a stream, it's just another hermit. I'm not really a on Twitch stream watching person myself. But yeah, like, one thing I've noticed is there's like a different atmosphere about those very big streams. Doesn't seem as like personal, does it? Don't mind the granite. Oh, dang it! I just said don't do that. Yeah, I might dig this space out like a lot further eventually. I just felt like doing something a bit mindless for a second, I think. Let's go ahead and grab shovel. The streamer can't chat with chat if they're too big. Makes sense, yeah. Oof, let's go put these things over here. Very good. Yeah, I guess when it's night, I'll come down here and put in a few more lamps. So I'll know where they go. Like over here, because it's sealed, like it's pretty obvious we needed some. Gonna need them all over the place, really. Maybe we can just pick out some spots. I don't know. That stuff seems lit by what's just up there. Yeah, let's go ahead and just be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should provide that area with a little bit of light. I've got mail apparently. No, I haven't. What are you on about? Yeah, maybe down here too is another good spot where we need some. Anyway, I think I'll do this off camera actually. It's pretty boring. Maybe just for now put one on either side here. And a couple over the back there and then leave it. Probably a joke about the stream title. What's the joke? 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't even be bothered to count. Roughly. Otherwise you induce that whole like neatness disorder stuff. Where you just keep counting. Oh, and then you go back and it's like, oh god, it's got to be equal. Oh, it's 1 block too close to the wall. Look at that. This is what it's here for. I don't have to think anymore, chat. I just put things in here. That's my life now. I just put things in there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, welcome all the raiders again. Thank you again, Joe, for the raid. Nothing you do is boring, man, says Heady Bear. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I'll tell you what, I need to have a sip of water, that's for sure. Let's get the water remote on here. Have a little hydration. Dandelion, thank you for the lovely message. Best of luck with the final submission. Hydrate or dihydrate, my friends. Yeah, hydrate or die. Yeah, I get it. First ever stream you're watching since season 7. Welcome back, welcome back. X, please don't do a 2-hour stream of you just standing there AFKing. Well, Fall Girl, now you're really pushing it. I mean, I was thinking about moving the camera a little bit, but maybe I won't move it at all. You know? I mean, you know, this isn't boring apparently. How long can we keep it up? Till people lose interest. Infinite content, says that mushroom guy. Infinite content. Just stand still on the Hermitcraft server. Eventually, someone might swing by and see if I'm alright. You know? X has been logged in for a long time, I'll be saying. Anyway, I'm only messing, aren't I? Of course I am. Let's go back to building more of that wall. I think I'm going to need to get another screenshot for this side over here. There are people that sleep on stream, says Paint2D. I've seen that, and I'm like, what? What's going on? I think I'm going to need some dirt as well, aren't I? Although, this area over here has the whole build bit built in. Eventually, the server restart. Oh, I can auto reconnect. I can do that, though. Yeah, I definitely need to go back and look at the other world, don't I? Need to just remember the plan a bit. There's actually like a height here. So if we build this thing so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just do it 5 blocks tall all the way around. Let's get a screenshot of this so I can figure out roughly how big it is. Then we can put all the pieces together. Ah! We're in. After her horrendous noise. So it was like, we got 1, 2, 3. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need one more coming out. And what did we say? It was 5 blocks down, I think? It's like this little dip and then it resumes. Hey, I got some dirt. How do I want to go about this, actually? One, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. That's one too big, but that's the last one that I need. And it goes up by 1, I think. That's the idea. Just going off the picture that I got. The terrain should be something like that. Well, yeah, it would be here. Aha, right, now I can see where I'm going. Kinda. So 1. Oh, that's 1, 2. Okay, how many are there here? I need to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm gonna have to pop back. The image isn't very good. The instructions are not clear. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is. It's 4 and then it's 3. Let's get back into it. Right, and while we're doing this, peeps, if you've enjoyed today's stream... Actually, I can't talk and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be sure to hit the follow button, and it would be amazing if you could take the time to check out my music, Soulside Eclipse. I was just made aware there's a lot of you here. Maybe some of you haven't heard it before. It'd be super cool if you went and checked it out. It's on Spotify, YouTube, Bandcamp, Apple Music. It's on all the big ones. Free to listen to. Yeah, I'd love it if you took the time. So thank you so much. If you checked it out. New songs are great, by the way, says ending credits. Thank you, thank you. Wolfie Blood, thank you ever so much for the Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. That's not where that goes. So it was 4 and then it was 3. There's your 3. That's that bit. And then we just go all the way across from here. Wolf sound. Oh, you're right. Wolfie Blood, thank you ever so much for subscribing. You get a perk. Oh, woo! Thank you for subscribing. I forgot about that one. Thanks for reminding me, chat. That's a lot of fun doing that. Oh, woo! It's not actually... I don't know if you'd classify that as a howl or not, but... Oh, for a second there, I thought it was about to line up incorrectly. And I was like, no! It's slightly off. Oh, dear. What an absolute horrible thing to happen. God, I'm literally placing these in all the wrong spots. Come on, place them correctly. That was just amazing, says Grian's left shoe. I didn't know Grian's left shoe could talk. Right, let's break these off. Right, and let's get our blocks, the correct ones, together now. A little bit of building. Actually, I think what I might do around this area, I don't know if it really is going to make much sense, but like if I use slightly less cracked around here and less mossy, it might just sort of subtly tell you it's a bit more of a looked after area. Because although the whole thing is like decrepit technically and falling apart and stuff, like overrun and whatnot, we are trying to make it look like there's a bit of life to it, so there's that, I guess. Ah! Almost fell in. Hey! Ket 14. 2 months, love your videos, keep up the good work. Thank you so much, my dude. Is there a witch? There's a witch in my storage system. Appreciate the 2 months, thank you. The Kraken says, my face is going to hurt from smiling so much from this. Oh, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. As I said, did I say this at the beginning of my stream? I'm not sure if I did, because I said it in my video, but like... Oh! Okay, I almost fell in. The trolling we did with Ren at the end of my last stream, like, that laughter just, like, really just... I don't know, it was like a... There was like a stress valve or whatever, like a loosened up. It felt real good to have a big belly aching laugh like that, and it kind of reminded me, you need that. You need that as a human being. I can't remember the last time I laughed that much, you know. It was only brief as well, but like it was a big old laugh. It goes to show. Need to catch up on that. Oh my god, I was watching from Ren's side at that point. It was funny because he, like, it's not like me to do that, but he was just, you know, the sun was coming down, he was wandering around amazed by the forest, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be bad if a creeper was here. And then immediately I like turned gears in my head and I was like, Ren, creeper, And he turns and I'm like, no, behind you. And he turns again and he's like totally in panic mode. And then seconds later he realizes like, oh, he's done one on me there. Oh, it's such a good moment. Okay, and I'm out of tough. We need some more. Tough luck, X. Tough luck. Back to the words dilapidated. Oh, dilapidated. Oh yeah, I like dilapidated. Yeah, dilapidated is another word for something that's sort of falling apart in a poor state of maintenance. Green Stuff Shoe says, I've literally been laughing at certain moments throughout this. I'm glad, I'm glad. I think as much as I love humor and comedy and stuff, I'm not much of a funny person in that way. But when I stream, I'm always trying to put like a little bit of humor on it, I guess. I don't think I would laugh at myself as much as you guys do, but like, it's an absolute pleasure if it brings some of you some laughter. I think I just need to loosen up more is my problem. I used to get that from my friends growing up. Just the sense of humor I have, all like a lot of it just comes from my friends. And yeah, like I don't get enough of their comedy out there in the world. And a lot of it's quite dark as well. Like I cracked up the other day. Okay, when you first hear this, you're gonna think I'm a terrible human being. I'll explain, right? So I'll let it sink in. But I read something that made me laugh. I was on a news website for something completely unrelated, and this headline just caught my eye. And it said something along the lines of, woman asks man to guess how old she is. Man guesses 43. Woman glasses man in the face. And I just burst into laughter. Oh, it was just like, that is awful. But like, that was like me and my friends' sense of humor growing up. Was we would laugh at terrible things as, I think, in some ways like a way of pointing out how horrible it is. But yeah, oh, by the way, for those of you that don't know what like glasses means in British, it means to take a pint glass. Like, I'm assuming they're in a pub, and you smash someone in the face with a pint glass. That's what glassing is. Is it the absurdity that makes you laugh? I get that a lot, says Druju. Yeah, like, it's a completely unreasonable way to behave. Like, that is completely unacceptable. And yeah, like, that to me immediately becomes humor. I can't really get at why. I just think it's one of those things you get or you don't, because I know it like upsets a lot of people, like morbid humor and laughing at stuff like that. It's not like I'm laughing at the victim. It's more just like laughing at the obscenity. How just like, that's just so wrong. I don't know. It's like it flips and you come out the other side. It would somehow be more apt if it was at Spoons too, says Badger Spanner. It probably was at Spoons. Probably was. Anyway, that's just me. That's just my sense of humor, and like, it cracked me up. I laughed so hard because it was so terrible. I think maybe sometimes it's like a bit of a coping mechanism too. It's just like your way of dealing with, ugh. Like when you see something like that, the reaction is just like, oh, what is this behavior? Like, why do you think that's okay to do that? It's clearly not. Where was that? Imagine being the person who wrote the headline. It was a very, to be fair, it was a very like plain, straightforward, descriptive, you know, this is what happened kind of, you know, description or whatever we're calling it. Oh look, I haven't put my mossy stone bricks in here. The thing is, right, I need to put like a stone cutter Like, the crafting benches are a little spaced out. And I need stone cutters on the reg. Where did I leave my shulker box and toolbox, I'm wondering. Right, I'm going to put that there for now. Because we have these. And those, and I'm going to need them. They don't do cracked stairs, do they? Well, that'll do. Whoops, over there. The way my mind works is I make jokes about everything, even things that are completely unacceptable and really problematic, but I don't say them out loud, says Interact. Yeah, I get ya. Yeah, you gotta know your crowd as well, right? That's one of the things with comedy and outrage around it that I don't get, is like, there's a time and a place for stuff, and if you go into a comedy show, like, I'll look at this. Backs up quite a bit. If you go into a comedy show, like, you should have a bit of an eye, like, that's a place for hearing stuff like that, right? It's kind of like going to a wrestling match and objecting to the violence. That's kind of what this place is for. So, like, you know, some humor, if it's in the wrong setting, yeah, it's not appropriate. Let's go and land here. Right, so the blocks that I got to place, now all the stair blocks facing in. And just randomize it a little bit here and there. My mate the other day went to a comedy club and one of the dudes ended up reading out Mario Bros fanfics, and apparently totally unexpected, but she was wetting herself. I think is what you're trying to say. Sounds funny. My friends and I also have a dark sense of humor. I also think it comes from a place of seeing how ridiculous certain things are in life and laughing at that. Yep. Yep, that is another component of it, I guess. I think there's also a lot of comedy nowadays that isn't funny and people are just being jerks. It's all subjective is the big problem. It's like funny to you, you know? You can't really say it's funny or not. It's a subjective experience. Also, I think comedy is kind of in a bit of a golden age at the moment. Like, there was always stand-up and stuff when I was younger. I think it was just like a lot more difficult of a thing to do. But these days it's like a lot of comedians have podcasts and it's easy to get a Netflix special, and it just seems like it's a time where there's a lot more around and about and a lot more going on. Oh, can I put a block there? Yeah, I can. I also use humour to deal with bad situations in life, because if I don't make light out of it, I think I would just become depressed about it, says Nomadic Nova. Yeah, that's a useful thing about it, isn't it? Hey, Ray's Work, thank you so much for the raid, much appreciated. Welcome all the raiders. We were just talking about comedy and this horrendous thing that I read in the paper that made me burst into laughter the other day. I think the other thing was that it was totally unexpected, right? Like I was doing something completely different, and then all of a sudden I just read this really obscene, terrible thing, and it just, I don't know, it just cracked me up. There's a part of it that's subjective, but sometimes a joke is not a joke. It's simply abusive at times, says good boy Kenji. I don't know. I don't know. People can certainly use humor as a mask. You know, I'm only joking. God, everyone's experienced a little bit of that in their lives, right? Someone's prodding you over and over again. I'm only joking. But no, you're not. But, you know, when you get away from the clear and obvious ends, there's a line, there's a thread, and I think everyone's probably got a different idea of where different things are on that line, which is the problem. Again, subjectivity. Okay. Prankster, I'm only joking. Yeah. I've seen some terrible pranks in the name of only joking. There can be some real big consequences to doing pranks. I find it interesting how throughout the day there's always risk, there's always actions you can take, things we do where we interact with one another that can potentially lead to risks. Like literally, I don't know. There's probably a much sharper, keener example than the one I'm just going to create. But like, you know, you open a door for someone to walk through, and as you do it, maybe you just pull on the door a little too hard and it happens to break and the door falls on them, or, you know, no one's going to blame you for something like that, right? Right, when it's normal, ordinary behavior, when there's no obvious malintent, like sometimes bad things happen just out of general actions. But as soon as you enter the prankster scenario, like you're trying to interact with people around you, you're trying to manipulate what's happening, and any form of consequence that comes out of that is like all of a sudden way more consequential because you were breaking the norm, you were conducting your prank on false pretenses. Like, I could just, you know, even if you're in the middle of a prank and like someone trips over and breaks their nose or whatever, like, it just totally changes. Maybe, I don't know if it does from a legal sense, just from a moral sense, it sort of changes the dynamic a little bit. Like, you can't get away with it because you were trying to manipulate what's going on, right, through pranking. You have to then shoulder that consequence. You have to own up to it and be responsible for it. No one can consent to a public prank, says Badger. There you go. That's the sharp way to put it together. There's no consent involved, yeah. I guess there's no consent involved in like holding a door open for someone or whatever. Some of the haphazardous things that happen occasionally when people are just going from A to B and getting on with their lives. Does anyone remember the video of the guy pranking his wife? She ran out of the house and got hit by a car. That is exactly what I'm thinking of, right? Like, you change the environment and then people's behavior change, and on occasion, you know, we live in a world of risks. You're in a way heightening the possibility for risk, especially if your prank is going to arouse someone's emotions in a particular way. Yeah, I mean, it could be something as simple as like, you know, you're hiding in the bush, painted, and you jump out and go boo, and your mate's over there with a camera. What happens if that person falls into a road, you know? And it's totally different if, I don't know, you were just standing there and maybe turned around sharply and scared someone by accident. Like, yeah, once you're doing a prank, once you're trying to change the norm, you have to shoulder all of that responsibility. And, you know, and we see that in prank videos. That's kind of like the closing point there, is that there's now an incentive to create prank related content for YouTube, for TikTok, and it's often young people doing it, and young people can be a bit reckless and not really think things through as much and whatnot. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's like waves of it. I remember like 10 years ago on YouTube there was like this prankster wave of really bad prank videos that were like fake and stuff, and then there'd be people that would copy it and they would do really stupid stuff that was quite questionable. in fact, I remember, I think H3 Productions was the channel that used to like call out a lot of it. That's how I'd like learn about it a lot of the time, is you'd see like these comedy sort of slam dunk takedowns on pranksters just being ridiculous and dangerous. Interesting. It'd be interesting to see it studied to know if there's actually been like a rise in that sort of behavior thanks to social media. Obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if there was, but sometimes things aren't always quite as they seem, you know. Social media puts your eyes on things in a different way, especially when you consider that algorithms can sort of repeat content, you know. If it figures out that you want to see something really random, like people breaking eggs on strangers, just walking up to them and slapping an egg on them. But there's probably videos of that online, right? And then the algorithm focuses your attention on it, and then you think the world is full of people smashing eggs on other people's heads. Might be that, you know, 30, 40 years ago before the internet, that was actually way more common than you think. So that's one of the things that social media does. It hyper-focuses us. Actually, one of my favourite pranks, if I recall correctly, it's scripted, was a guy secretly putting more shampoo on a guy showering on a public beach. It was like infinite soap. That honestly sounds hilarious. Yeah. That's hilarious. I mean, we should have like room for some good-spirited pranks, right? Like, hopefully that guy was a good sport or whatever in the end, because that sounds so harmless, right? I remember the You Been Tangoed ads from the 90s where kids were assaulting each other due to the advert having been slapped in the face. Ah, yeah, there you go. There were things like that, wasn't there? Oh, the dude was mad, apparently? Oh, okay. Wasn't there a trend of people breaking eggs on their young children's faces, or were they hitting the eggs or something? I don't know. I made something up to kind of point out that the way we consume content is that if we enjoy or engage is probably the word, we get kind of like pulled in, and then we see the same thing over and over again. So when you're engaging with something online, you've got to remember that the algorithm is feeding it to you and give you a distorted perspective of what's going on in the world. Anyway, peeps, this is where I think I'm going to wrap up my stream today. We'll go find someone to raid. Oh, maybe on the server? I didn't think of that. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to bounce anyway today. Oh, and it looks like Cleo's on the server. Cleo's in a cave. I guess that works out, doesn't it? I guess that works out. Right. Yeah, that's the end of my stream. I'll send you over Cleo next, so more Hermitcraft action for you, but thank you ever so much, and I'll see you soon for another one.